freak you out.
But I think we're in a car ad.
Don't be ridiculous.
I think that you should have it.
We're in a Franks.
Okay.
This is your Western Vic Daily with Daniel Brewer for the 27th of October. Southern Grampian Shire Council has adopted a new child supervision policy for all council-operated outdoor swimming pools, highlighting its commitment to the safety of children, families and staff. The updated policy, endorsed at the October Council meeting, will take effect from the beginning of the 2025-26 outdoor pool season. It replaces the Watch Around Water accreditation currently in place at outdoor pools. For more information, visit the Council's website. Victoria Police have made some changes to their entrance exam, allowing aspiring officers from Western Victoria a chance to work towards the next step closer. The change, to begin on the 1st of November, means applicants will be able to complete the assessment where and when they choose. Acting Superintendent Paul Morgan from the Human Resources Command said this step is in the right direction.
We believe at Victoria Police this is a real opportunity to get a lot of attraction from applicants all around the nation who may or want to apply for Victoria Police.
Currently, Victoria Police have around 1,200 vacancies statewide. The Allen Labor government has announced a new round of sports club grants to ensure local clubs have the equipment and skills they need. Sam College reports.
Minister for Community Sport, Ros Spence, announced applications have opened for the latest round of the Sporting Club Grants program with a focus on supporting growth. Grants of up to $5,000 are available for clubs to improve the skills and knowledge of volunteers, coaches and officials, as well as grants of up to $4,000 to help clubs deliver new programs to the community. Applications close on the 26th of November and further details can be found at sport.vic.gov.au. Sam College, Ace Radio.
With many Western Victorian farmers choosing to cut their crops early for hay due to poor growing conditions, the CFA is reminding landholders to stay alert for the risk of spontaneous combustion. Assistant Chief Fire Officer Mick Sporton is urging farmers to take extra care to ensure hay is properly cured and stored safely.
It's just to make sure that the moisture levels in trough before baling is less than 20%. So that normal harvest guide says to us around about 12%. Just to make sure that that hay is going to be actually dry enough so that when it's baled, it doesn't go through its biological process and spontaneously combust.
The Portland Men's Shed has received a $2,500 grant from United Way Glenelg's Lewis Court Fund to support a much-needed upgrade to its electrical system. Pat Gordon reports.
The works included installing new lighting, power outlets and an upgraded switchboard to improve safety and functionality for members. The project addressed long-standing issues with overloaded circuits and reliance on extension cords. With improved lighting and power access, members can now better use the expanded shed facilities, supporting a wide range of community activities. Pat Gordon, Ace Radio.
Southwest Healthcare School Readiness Team have been nominated for the 2025 Victorian Early Years Award. The team has been shortlisted for the Victorian Excellence in Education Awards. Crystal Hayes, School Readiness Team Leader, says it's very exciting.
Very, very excited and very proud to be nominated for this award. Often we get very busy with all the doing of all the great things, so it's really fantastic to take a moment and to celebrate the great work that's happening in our area.
The federal government has come under fire for what's being called a lazy approach to road safety, amid plans to reduce rural speed limits. Labor is proposing to drop the limit on unsigned roads to 70 kilometres per hour. Nationals leader David Littleproud says many regional roads are already in poor condition due to ongoing funding shortfalls.
Well, regional Australia have lost over $3,300 a kilometre in federal funding to maintain our roads, our national highways. This is a lazy government.
As the Melbourne Cup weekend draws visitors to local parks and forests, authorities are urging campers to take the time to familiarise themselves with safe campfire practices. Leah McCullough reports.
Even though the nights remain cool at this time of the year, days can be warm and often windy. Just one unattended or poorly managed campfire can cause serious environmental damage and put lives and property at risk. People need to make sure that their campfire is put out correctly by extinguishing it completely with water, not soil. Fires that haven't been properly extinguished can smoulder under soil for days and reignite in the warm and windy conditions. Liam McCullough, Ace Radio.
Victoria's wildlife organisations are joining forces to urge backyard fruit growers to check their netting and make sure it's compliant ahead of this year's harvest. RSPCA Head of Prevention Rebecca Cook says the reminder aims to protect vulnerable grey-headed flying foxes and other native animals that can easily become trapped in non-compliant nets.
So the larger the gap, the easier it is for little creatures to get stuck in. So what we're encouraging people to do is to check their nets, and if you can put your finger through it, then that's not compliant and that's dangerous. We find that creatures get tangled. Last year about 180 creatures, from grey-headed flying foxes to possums to snakes, got caught.
Southern Grampian Shire Council is set to begin repair and rehabilitation works on the Louth Swamp Bridge. The works are set to begin on Monday and will continue through until Friday. They will focus on repairing the bridge's expansion joints and adjacent road surfaces to preserve its strength, safety and long-term durability. There may be temporary traffic disruptions while the works are underway. For further information or updates, get in contact with Council on 5573 0444. A new education hub on Feed Central is now available to guide Western District farmers, contractors and their families on safe practices around haystacks and large bales. Speaking on Ace Radio's Country Today program, National Sales Manager David Clothier highlighted the extensive safety resources provided through the hub.
We've got a suite of resources here and family safety guides with practical advice for children and bystanders, and links to training programs and awareness resources for teams working in hay and fodder. Head to feedcentral.com.au, hit the resources tab and then just go down to National Hay Safety and they will find the full suite.
Police have charged a Portland man following a serious alleged stabbing over the weekend. Emma Clark reports.
It's alleged the 48-year-old armed with a knife forced a woman into a vehicle in a car park on Hurd Street in Portland just before 3 p.m. on October 25. Police allege the man stabbed the woman, causing upper body injuries. It's understood the man and woman were known to each other. The accused man has now been charged with more than a dozen alleged offences, including kidnapping and intentionally causing serious injury in circumstances of gross violence. Emma Clark, Ace Radio.
Yesterday marks 40 years since Portland was officially proclaimed a city, a defining chapter in the region's story. The 1985 proclamation was made even more memorable by a royal visit, with Prince Charles and Princess Diana meeting locals on the foreshore before touring the Portland aluminium smelter. Presiding over the event was Mayor Robert Halliday, Portland's first mayor. Glenelg Shire Council says the anniversary highlights a key moment of growth and pride for the southwest community. Excitement is building across the Southern Grampian Shire Council as the outdoor pool season draws near. Pat Gordon reports.
Hamilton Outdoor Pool is set to open on November 1, with Balmoral, Coleraine, Dunkeld and Penshurst scheduled to follow on December 6, weather permitting. Preparation works have been underway for over 8 weeks, with the team heading into the home stretch. Southern Grampian Shire Council Mayor Dennis Heslin said Council was excited to welcome the community back to its outdoor pools. Pat Gordon, Ace Radio.
The upcoming long weekend means busier roads and a higher risk of crashes for travellers. So far this year, 242 people have been killed on the state's roads. RoadSafe spokesperson Andy Milbourne is reminding motorists to stop regularly and rest.
Yeah, look, a lot of fatigue creeps into people and they don't even realise it, and you sort of drive past somewhere and you think, hang on, have I gone past that area? That's a great indication of fatigue. So we encourage you every 2 hours to take at least a 15-minute power nap, or just a break at the very least. If there's driver oversights out there, make sure that you pull up at those. If not, just stop off and have a cuppa, maybe get out and stretch your legs, and it could just save your life.
This Christmas, Western Victorians are being urged to support the Salvation Army Annual's Christmas Appeal, helping those in the community who need a hand during the festive season. The Salvation Army hopes to raise $29 million to make sure people get the support they need. During last year's Christmas period, the charity received over 350,000 gifts and toys nationwide for families in need, provided more than 177,000 meals to people experiencing homelessness, and delivered over 89,000 bed nights for families requiring accommodation. To learn more about local events or to donate to the Salvation Army Christmas Appeal, visit salvationarmy.org.au or call 137258. Ahead of Remembrance Day, many volunteers are helping by selling poppies across the Western District. RSL Victoria is calling for more young volunteers to step forward and assist. Rebecca Berg from RSL Victoria says that RSLs have a history spanning over a century.
RSL has been around for over 100 years. We have 3,500 volunteers across the state of Victoria selling poppies every year. We really need our younger people in the community to get involved and get behind our veterans.
Expressions of interest are now open for individuals passionate about agriculture and regional growth to join the volunteer board of Food and Fibre Great South Coast. Emma Roberts reports.
The company holds 5 to 6 board meetings per annum and are held in person with the option of attending online if required. Project working group meetings are held at least twice per year and board members are expected to attend the annual general meeting and, if available, regional events. Applicants must have proven credibility within the industry and region and must be committed to contribute a minimum of 4 hours per quarter volunteer hours in addition to board and committee participation. Emma Roberts, Ace Radio.
Year 12 students across Western Victoria are deep into their exams, a stressful period for both them and their families. Education Minister Ben Carroll is reminding students that the result doesn't define them.
I'm encouraging them all to drink lots of water and have a good breakfast, but to also remember your ATAR does not define your value or your future. Try your best, work hard and look after yourselves, and also savour this moment. There's been 13 years of preparation and hard work.
Today's exams are VET Community Services, Economics, Indonesian First Language, Japanese First Language, Chinese First Language and Literature. Federal Member for Wannon Dan Tehan has addressed Parliament over the poor conditions of local roads. In a video shared to his Facebook page, Mr Tehan says motorists have had enough.
There is growing anger about the state of the roads in regional Victoria. It's because potholes are popping up everywhere, where people are counting hundreds of potholes. All they get is, we might have to cut the speed limit.
Southern Grampian Shire Council is calling on the community to share their thoughts on how plaques and memorials are assessed. Emma Roberts reports.
The community are invited to have a say on the new plaques and memorials policy for council-owned land or buildings. These new guidelines will make certain that installations are appropriate to their surroundings, are low maintenance and are designed to avoid environmental or safety impacts. Mayor Councillor Dennis Heslin says all new proposals can now be carefully assessed against the policy to make sure that plaques and memorials serve the heritage of the community. To view the draft policy and provide your feedback, head to the council's website. Emma Roberts, Ace Radio.
Movember kicks off this Saturday with residents across Western Victoria encouraged to take part in the global campaign. Over 22 years, Movember has raised more than $1.7 billion and inspired countless conversations about men's health issues. Spokesperson Ollie Bannister says it's important for regional communities to get involved.
We know regional folks often face unique challenges and can sometimes be a little bit more isolated than most. Movember's backing a whole bunch of grassroots programs that are reaching regional blokes where they're at. So for regional blokes in particular, we want you to grow a mo, get involved in Movember, combat that social isolation and know that you're a part of this movement too.
Police in Western Victoria are reminding locals to lock their cars after a ute was allegedly stolen in Port Fairy during the weekend. Sam College reports.
A 2019 white Toyota Hilux dual cab ute, registration BDM521, was allegedly stolen between 1am and 4am on Sunday the 26th of October from the Griffith Street area of Port Fairy. Police are reminding residents to lock their vehicles as it is believed offenders also accessed several other cars nearby. Anyone with information is asked to contact Crime Stoppers on 1800 333 000 or submit a report online. Sam College, Ace Radio.
Boating across Victoria is set to become safer and more accessible thanks to new upgrades funded by the Allan Labor government. Minister for Outdoor Recreation, Steve Dimopoulos, yesterday revealed nearly $1 million in funding for projects that will enhance facilities on local waters. Arcs Victoria will receive just under $60,000 to replace the old timber jetty at Bridgewater Lakes. Minister Dimopoulos says the investment demonstrates the government's commitment to safer and more enjoyable boating for all. Western District farmers are being invited to contribute to a national wellbeing survey run by Norco and the National Farmers Federation. The National Farmer Wellbeing Report, launched in 2023, sheds light on the real-life experiences and challenges faced by Australian farming communities. Michael Hampson, Norco's chief executive, says it's vital that farmers share their perspectives.
This survey gives farmers a direct voice as a united farming group. which we'll present and policymakers will see, service organisations will also see, what are the things that drive adverse wellbeing in their farming business so that better packages can be put in place, better services can be put in place, and they can be services that are accessible and really meet the needs of our farmers.
This long weekend, Victoria Police will be on high alert as Operation Furlong gets underway. Acting Sergeant Mike Beaton warns that a heightened police presence will be seen across the region.
There will be a high visibility of police presence across the whole state. We'll be targeting speed, impaired driving, fatigue, distraction and vulnerable road users. We're just asking drivers if they could just slow down and ensure they're driving to the conditions. Our road toll across the state, it's a total of 243 lives. Compared to last year, it's 228.
From chocolates to costumes, animal experts say Halloween poses hidden dangers for household pets. Emma Roberts has the details.
With Halloween celebrations underway, vets are reminding pet owners to keep their furry friends safe. Veterinarian Dr. Cassandra Macon says the day can be hazardous for pets, with chocolate, lollies and costumes all posing potential dangers. She warns that costumes should never restrict breathing or movement, and animals shouldn't be treated as fashion accessories. Emma Roberts, Ace Radio.
As the weather heats up and Western Victorians flock to the water, the danger of drowning grows. According to Royal Life Saving Australia, the risk is particularly high for teenagers. Royal Life Saving Australia's National Education Manager, Penny Larson, says swimming lessons are important.
Learning to swim is absolutely vital, and not just learning to swim, it's about having strong swimming skills and also knowing the risks that are involved in a lot of different aquatic environments, and being able to make decisions, safe decisions, and understand, what are risky behaviours.
Over the months of October, November and December, the Port of Portland is scheduled to transport 100,000 cubic metres of sand. Tom Rohde reports.
On a social media post, the organisation says the sand is intended to restore natural coastal sand movement and ensure safe shipping access to Portland Harbour. Sand will be transported through a 2.6 kilometre pipeline from near the main breakwater to north of Anderson's Point using a suction dredge and booster pump. Preparation works include improvements to the access track below Whalers Point and fitting a new discharge pipe support system. Tom Rohde, Ace Radio.
Rabobank has released its latest farm confidence survey, with optimism slowly returning amongst Victorian farmers. State Manager Sally Bull says while sheep producers saw the strongest rise, overall farmer confidence did also increase.
At the last survey, it was sitting at 7%, and it's now at 21%. So it has risen, I would regard that as quite a bit, particularly given it does seem like lots of Victoria are now dry to very dry, so that seems to be spreading wider. So beef and dairy were probably the next most confident sectors, and then grains were certainly lagging.
Portland Coasters men had a win on the road on Saturday night, defeating Warrnambool Seahawks in Country Basketball League. There were not many nerves going into the shed at half-time, down by just 3 points. However, the Coasters came out determined with a 22-16 third quarter before taking the win 67-57. Toby Jennings top scored for the Coasters with 24 points, the win putting them in the top four. The weather played havoc with round 3 of Hamilton District Cricket Association A grade, with a number of matches abandoned, including St Andrews versus Hamilton, Tahara versus Macarthur, College versus Portland Tigers and Tirrandara versus Portland Colts. 2 matches, however, were able to be completed, with Garay Portland 3 for 154 defeating Cassidy District 6 for 153, and Pigeon Ponds 2 for 161 defeating Grampians all out for 160. Portland District Cricket Association will be running an event for young cricketers aged between 10 and 14 for boys and girls on Wednesday the 5th of November from 4:30 at Henty Park Hard Wicket, with a sausage sizzle and drinks provided on the first night. If you wish to know more, including how to register, head to the Portland District Cricket Association Facebook page. Portland Coasters women had a 25-point win on the road against Warrnambool Mermaids in round 4 of Country Basketball League on Saturday night. It was a dominant display going into the quarter-time break, 19 points to 11. The Mermaids did outscore the Coasters going into half-time, but that's where it's ended, with the Coasters taking the second half for a 77-52 win. Alana Strom top scored with 12 points. Not great news for Hamilton District Cricket B-grade action, with matches abandoned on Saturday due to the weather. While in B-grade Portland, one match was abandoned. However, the match between South Portland and Portland Tigers was decided under the Duckworth-Lewis system, with the win going to Portland Tigers. Round 3 of Hamilton District domestic basketball tonight, Senior Women's Division 1 and 2. Mona Bay takes on Bainbridge Bandicoots at 6:15. St Mary's Senior Women take on THAC also at 6:15. St Mary's Senior Black take on St Mary's Senior White at 7:05. Pure Envy Coasters versus St Mary's Purple at 7:55, and Tigers versus Barber Babes is the late game, that one getting underway at 1:15 tonight at Highlag. Hundreds turned out for the annual Hamilton Sportswoman of the Year Awards. This year, Claire Durst was named Sportswoman of the Year for her achievements in veteran swimming. The Junior Sportswoman of the Year went to Alaska Bremner for athletics, while the Foundation Members Award was presented to Sally Armstrong for quoits. Julie Ann Leah took home the Hamilton Team Award for bowls, and the Betty Holmes Memorial Award was awarded to Nat O'Day for netball. Grangeburn Bowls Club had a mixed weekend in Saturday's pennant matches. In Division 1, Grangeburn went down 51-59 to Haywood. Division 3 Blue secured a win over Haywood 34-29, while Division 3 Red shared the points with Dartmoor due to inclement weather. In Division 4, Grangeburn fell 32-41 to Macarthur. The Portland Football Netball Club are inviting local junior netballers to be part of selections on Monday the 24th of November and Wednesday the 26th of November at Hanlon Park. The club saying they are looking forward to the upcoming season. Further details can be found at the club's Facebook page, and registrations are required. In bowls and midweek pennant round 4 Division 1 results, Memorial 90 shots defeated Grangeburn 43, Portland 71 defeated Balmoral 50, and Hamilton 52 went down to Haywood 67. In Division 2, Portland Blue lost to Coleraine, Memorial defeated Cassidy, Macarthur went down to Portland Gold, and Hamilton defeated Grangeburn. Round 13 of Portland Basketball Association Men's Division 4 tonight, Mustangs Team 1 versus Tiger Sharks Grey, Mustangs Team 2 versus Tiger Sharks Gold, both those matches from 5:40. Shawnee Black versus the Rookies and Beavers Grey versus Tiger Sharks Red, both commencing from 6:30. From 8:10, it's Beavers Black versus Vanguards, and the late game from 9, it's Celtics versus Shawnee White. Round 3 of women's cricket tomorrow night, Tahara versus Hamilton White at Tahara Recreation Reserve, Hamilton Blue versus Tarrington at Kennedy Oval, and Viaduct versus Pigeon Ponds at Viaduct Recreation Reserve, while Grampians have the bye. The first ball will be bowled from 6. Sunny conditions are expected tomorrow afternoon for Hamilton District Cricket Association A-grade action. Portland Colts face Macarthur, Tahara host Caray Portland, College take on Pigeon Ponds, St Andrews play Cassidy District, Grampians meet South Portland, and Tirrandurra clash with Portland Tigers, with all matches starting from 1. Weekend pennant bowls get underway tomorrow afternoon. In Division 1, Portland Blue take on Portland Gold at Portland Bowling Club. Grangeburn host Hamilton at Grangeburn Bowling Club. Memorial face Penshurst at Portland Memorial Bowling Club. And Haywood play Balmoral at Haywood Bowling Club. All matches start from 1:15. A big weekend in Country Basketball League men's competition. Terang Tornadoes play host to Portland Coasters tomorrow night from 6, while Hamilton Hurricanes are at home taking on Millicent Magic from 6:30. While on Sunday, Hamilton Hurricanes back up and travel to Horsham to take on Horsham Hornets, with that game tipping off from 2. That's the latest in local news and sport.
Unleash your vehicle's power beyond limits. Discover our exclusive range of Yuasa automotive batteries, engineered for unparalleled reliability and performance to power your journey like never before. Battery World, power your passion.